After 158 days, Trent Alexander-Arnold returns to Anfield for the first time tonight, following his summer move to Real Madrid. What sort of reception will he get? What sort of reception does he deserve after winning it all at his boyhood club? If the lead up to his departure had anything to go by, it's anyone's guess.
He was our vice captain, was my vice captain last season. I have memories working with him.
He rips off the shirt that he has worn 350 times.
There is only one place to start, and while it may well have been expected for some time, the departure of Trent Alexander-Arnold from Liverpool has still been met with heightened emotions.
Well, we'll just wait and hear what sort of reaction he gets.
Well, it's not pleasant for him.
I'm sick all day of reading about journalists or other people who've got no affiliation to Liverpool telling Liverpool supporters how they should feel.
Trent Alexander-Arnold!
From the friends, I don't know. But when I see him, he's obviously a friend of mine, so I will give him a hug, of course.
You know, he has to has his own feelings and he has to enjoy it as well his own way.
I have no clue how that's going to be. But he gets a warm welcome from me, that's for sure.
It's a Sky Sports FC debut for former Chelsea midfielder Jody Morris. Good morning to you, Jody. Great to see you. Firstly, what sort of reception do you expect him to get? And what sort of reception do you think he will get? What he should get?
I expect him to get a mixed reception. I think there'll be plenty of fans in that stadium that want to clap him, want to let him know how appreciative they are for what he done for the football club. But I also think that there's going to be some fans in there that are still slightly unhappy in the way and the manner in which he left the football club. For me, I think he should absolutely get a good reception. I don't think the way in which he left or a couple of things that happened before he left the club should erase everything that he's achieved and what he's done for a club for so many years. Yeah, I just think it will be mixed, but for me it should be a good reception.
Well, it is the subject of one of our polls this morning about the reaction that Trent Alexander-Arnold will get at Anfield tonight. Will Trent get a positive reception at Anfield tonight? And you can see that no, very much so. 76% saying no. Now, if he doesn't get a good reception, which sounds like he won't, Jody, is that fair enough, given that he did leave and he left for, well, he was leaving for free. Eventually they got 10 million for him because Real Madrid wanted him for the Club World Cup. But is it fair enough to say that fans, if they want to boo him, they can?
Yeah, that's one thing that you always have to give the credit to the fans. They're the paying fans. They're the ones that are turning up and are inside the stadium. Now, listen, I've got to say, I think Liverpool is some of the best fans we have in this country. And that's why I personally would be slightly disappointed, because I do think that they're a quality bunch of fans up there in that stadium. They get behind their players. But I suppose the flip side of that is you'd have to say is that that's their right then, and because of the way in which he left, then that's why they're so, I suppose, annoyed, or some of them even heartbroken in which the way he left. So for me, it's their right. And however it goes, whether it's on the plus side or the negative side, I think that's how it is. They're the ones that are at the stadium, and they're the ones that have paid their money to go there. So however way it goes is how it should be, because they're the fans.
Well, at the top there, we heard Arne Slot's voice there saying that he will give Trent Alexander-Arnold a warm welcome. He didn't ask the fans to do the same. It sounds like he knows what's coming as well.
Yeah, and I think he's probably playing a little bit of the game of where they're at the moment. They're not exactly singing Arne Slot's praises either at the moment with what's going on at the football club. So I think he's probably played the game a little bit there and said he'll give him a warm welcome, but he probably don't want to annoy the fans anymore at the moment than what he has done with their performances. So he's probably sticking to himself and knowing that if the fans want to give him a bad reception, then he's not crossing paths with them as well.
Yeah, on a separate note with Trent Alexander-Arnold, just, you know, footballing terms, how much do Liverpool miss him? Because Some of this has been through injury, by the way, but no one's nailed down that right-back slot, whether it's Frimpong, Bradley and Szoboszlai has played there as well. So I suppose part of it is that they miss him.
I think they do. I think they certainly miss him in possession of the ball. When you're talking about the quality that he brings to the football club, on the pitch to a football team, is from a passing aspect, there's not many better that you can pick. He helps control the game from being in possession of the ball. But also, if we saw Trent Alexander-Arnold defend like some of the defending this season, and that's from everybody in the back four, not just your fullbacks, your Kirkezes or Frimpongs, Bradley, Szoboszlai, even the two centre-halves. If Trent was defending how they've been defending this year, we'd be hearing a lot about how much he can't defend. Yet those other players in that back four don't have half of what he had in possession of the ball. So, I think they do miss him. And I think this season has kind of proved a little bit with that. Not just the defending aspect, but certainly in possession of the ball.
I think we need to hear from a Liverpool fan, don't we? Sky Sports have partnered with Finalysis, an app where passionate fans share their opinions on their club. If you want to represent your club, scan that QR code on the screen or visit the Sky Sports app for more details. And speak to Liverpool fan Nayan Chowdhury now. Good morning to you. Let's get straight to it. Would you boo Trent? And if so, why?
Yeah, I think that is the biggest question of the game. From a personal point of view, I probably wouldn't directly boo him. But if the stadium were starting to boo, to create a bit of hostility, I probably will join in. And that's not probably for Trent per se, it's just to build up the atmosphere, to get our players going. At the end of the day, I'm going into that ground tonight to support Liverpool. That's my main objective.
But booing an opposition player isn't supporting your club, it's booing the other team, someone who is actually a Liverpool fan.
But I'm creating hostility. At the end of the day, ex-managers, ex-players, current players have said how hostile Anfield is, especially on a European night. And if the fans are booing, I will boo to contribute to that hostility. If that makes him misplace a pass, if he does play, that's a big question as well, if he does play. If that makes him misplace a pass and gives it to Gakpo and he cuts inside and has a go, then I'm going to do that for the benefit of my own team, because I'm going in there expecting Liverpool to win, and I'm going to help and contribute to be that 12th man.
What reception will Xabi Alonso get?
I'm assuming he's going to get a positive one, because, and I know the next question is going to be, well, so why is Trent not going to get one and why is Alonso getting one? But you got to realise, Alonso's not a boyhood Liverpool fan. He left because he wanted to leave and go on to better terms. We weren't exactly in the greatest spells during that period when he did leave. But we were on top of the world.
Does that not make it worse, though? Does that not make it worse? Because he didn't stay to make you better. He said you weren't in a good position, whereas you were when Trent went. Surely it's worse for Alonso to leave when you weren't doing so well.
It's similar in my case when Suarez left as well. I held my hand up and said, look, he's far too good for us at that moment in time. You deserve to win trophies. And a lot of Liverpool fans, probably every single Liverpool fan, put their hands up and said, look, you're too good for us. Go and leave. Go and win your trophies that you deserve. But then now, when Trent is leaving us after we've won the league, we want to go on and win another one, win the Champions League. You're leaving us on a free, for 10 million. It doesn't sit well. It doesn't sit well at all.
Nayan, see the fact that he's a boyhood Liverpool fan, shouldn't that work in his favour?
But then, in Liverpool, you have a sense of community and a sense of togetherness that I don't think many other clubs have. And if you're basically abandoning your community, then if you are a boyhood Scouse, a boyhood Liverpool fan, whilst we're at the top, you feel like, okay, well, I'm going to go now. But you got to realise that the team and the players and the club that have built you up to that position to be who you are as well. It's a two-way street. He's given us a lot, but we've given him a lot as well.
And he gave you everything until the end of his contract. That's all what should be expected of football players now. You can't expect them to outplay the length of their contract. And it's like you said, it's a two-way street. The words are coming out your own mouth. It's a two-way street.
It is, but we've given him a lot of support. You mentioned before his defending. If he was in our team right now, the whole media, every single Rava fan base, every single pundit has gone on about his defending. But we're the ones who are defending him. We're giving him the benefit of the doubt. We're building the team around him. We're supporting him You're like, who cares about his defending? Look how good he is attacking-wise. But then near the end of his Liverpool career, he's giving all this in the celebrations. He's putting the shirt on the corner flag. Like, what kind of reception does that give to us? Like, at that moment in time, I think a lot of Liverpool fans were thinking, oh, we might be staying. He's celebrating to show that he's staying. But then a week later or 2 weeks later, come out saying you're leaving. I think that's what hurts most.
Yeah, I agree. Like, I agree with that. There was definitely mixed messages, and like I think that
exactly.
I think if you even asked Trent that though, I think he would probably have done a couple of things different. But to just erase everything that he has done for the football club, I think because of a period at the end, or because he wants to leave and maybe go and try a new challenge, I think is harsh personally. But like I said, you're a true Liverpool fan. It's obviously in your call.
Look, from a personal point of view, if he came out in January or February and said, look, I've done everything I want for the club, I've won everything, I want to try a new challenge, some Liverpool fans would have accepted it and be like, you know what, fair enough, you've been honest with us, you've been open and honest with us. But then to do all this, to do all the celebrations, to like come out and then have fluent Spanish was again didn't sit right with a lot of fans. It's like, why have you?
You can't be digging him out for learning the language in which he's going to play.
Look, no, but if you were learning it, then tell us that you want to leave then. And then if you did say that and be open and honest with us, like that's all we want. That's what we deserve as a fan base.
Yeah, I suppose the point was he's learning Spanish because he knew he was going to Real Madrid when you were all in the dark. I suppose I can kind of understand that one. But just to, and you're making some very fair points, by the way. We're just making this balance here. If you look at his Liverpool honours, 2 Premier Leagues, an FA Cup, an EFL Cup, Community Shield, OK, fair enough, Champions League, UEFA Super Cup and FIFA Club World Cup. From his point of view, I know Jodie's the ex-player rather than us two, but from his point of view, can you think, I have had a brilliant time from a personal point of view and a professional point of view, had a brilliant time at my boyhood club, I've won all of those trophies, I want to try something different. Can you at least maybe not begrudge him that?
Oh, obviously not. I've even said it just like a minute ago. Like, if he came up and said, look, I want to try something new, I would have held my hands up and said, look, fair enough, you've done everything for us. You've been open and honest, you want to try a new challenge, that's fine. But it's the way he went about it from my point of view and a lot of Liverpool fans' point of view. Look, no one's denying what he's done for us as a club. He's helped us win a lot. But at the same time, it is a team sport. It wasn't just him individually. We've helped him a lot. The midfield, Henderson, when he was at the club, he sacrificed his position a lot to give Trent the freedom to go on and give those assists and those balls in, which we're absolutely happy about when he was here at the time. But like I said, if you were open and honest, I think a lot of Liverpool fans would have been fine with it.
Nian, do you think there's a chance that, I get the hostility side of it, like you said, you're just joining with the boos because you want to give him a few pelters and get on the sort of backs of the team that's coming to your stadium. But do you think there'll be a point at the end of the game, or maybe when it looks like whatever the result is going to be, do you think that there'll be a point where you maybe, even at the end, where you'd probably give him a round of applause or a clap at the end?
Well, potentially. I'm not one of them where I preempt things. I just live in the moment. Like I said, if I'm in that ground and I start booing, that's just how I feel at the time. But if it does come round and he starts clapping us, maybe I will, maybe I won't. We'll have to see. Once I'm there.
Now, just one final question to end. How big a rivalry is this between Liverpool and Real Madrid?
Oh, it's absolutely massive. They've denied us of 2 Champions Leagues, and in the Paris final, I was there. I was heartbroken. And that's another thing as well. He's left. He's not a direct rival, but there are European rivals in Real Madrid. But Champions League nights under the lights at Anfield, these are the types of games you get up for. Like, I'm already excited. It's 10:15 and I want to be in there already. I'm excited. I want to get in it. These are the games that you live for as a child, as a fan. But yeah, it's one of the biggest games in the world and probably ever. 2 of the biggest teams in European football.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm neutral now and enjoy the game.
Appreciate it. Thank you.